here we go? Welcome back to What a Glitch, the only show that's still here. I'm Justin, and today on R, and we'll be taking a look into New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS. You might have seen a few glitches on the Wii version, but the oldest brother on the DS has a few more glitches up its sleeve too. By a few, I mean a lot. This game isn't exactly a glitchy mess, but it's like a basement that's got spiders in every corner. You really don't have to look very far for bugs. But we aren't the exterminators, so since we want to crack this game open, let's run and jump right into these glitches. First things first, we're gonna find our old friend Thunder, and we're gonna turn down the temperature until this castle's boss can't even continue anymore. So what this glitch does, as if you already couldn't tell, freezes the boss of World 7's castle, Thunder, and makes sure that he won't be able to move ever again. Well, unless you hit him one more time, but at that point he just dies, so pick your poison. Now you can still be hurt by him even though he can't exactly move, so watch out because that stink cloud's silent and deadly. It's pretty shocking that he doesn't even budge an inch and stays completely static in place. But I'm not here to waste your time with garbage puns. Let me show you how to do this glitch real quick. Maybe as fast as lightning? Well, if we want to do this again, we'll have to go to World 7 Castle, and you'll need to have the blue shell power up by the time you reach the boss door. Head over to the right and start the boss fight. Immediately once you can move, go to the right and duck. Run full speed to the left, bounce off the wall with a shell and hit Thunder, then bounce off the same wall to hit him again. Hitting him while he's still red from the last attack makes him completely stop in his tracks, but why this happens is completely unknown to me. Be sure not to fall in the hole, otherwise you'll have to do it all over again. But if you got it right, Thunder is yours to play with. Now that the explanation's out of the way, now it's time for the difficulty rating. So for the most part, it's easy to do, but you mess up any of the steps, you'll have to do a lot just to be able to do it over again. It's got a bit of risk to it, so I'm giving this glitch a mild rating. Now you see it, now you don't. Did you spot the difference? I spy it, but there's no Waldo hiding here. Bowser Jr.'s mask has gone missing. Although it's not hiding, we've only glitched into secrecy for just a moment. With this glitch activated, while Bowser Jr.'s back down face up, his bandana just doesn't seem to appear, but when he gets up, his little face mask is back. And when we do it again, the mask is there. Also something weird too, if you jump on him while he's flipped over and when he doesn't have the mask, it doesn't hurt him. So what gives Bowser Jr.? What's your secret to immortality? Well, it's not a Philosopher's Stone, but a glitch and some oversights on the programmer's end. If we want to do this ourselves, the first thing we'll need to do is go to any tower where Bowser Jr. wears his mask on his face. A good place for that is World 4 Tower. Make your way through the tower and get to the mini-boss. During the fight, grab the green shell he tosses at you and throw it at him only when he's inside his shell. If you did it right, he'll pop out of his shell missing a special something on his face. Alternatively, you can walk into him with Mega Mario and you'll get the same effect. Now that you know how to do it, it's time to give the difficulty rating. This one's simple, not much to it, so it grabs itself a cool rating. They say they aim for the top, but let's switch it up and be on bottom. The flagpole, of course. Let's just get this guy out of here. So obviously this isn't the type of underground Mario's used to. I wouldn't call it auto-scroller, but Mario's certainly moving on his own. With a somewhat precise clip into the wall, Mario can slide right past the flagpole and explore a tiny bit over here. Well, not really, because there's nothing here to actually explore. You can't go into the castle, you can't even collide with it because it's not solid, but you can interact with the invisible wall that stops Mario from going past the castle at the end of the level complete cutscene. But other than that, there's not much to do, so I guess it's time to explain how it's done. What you want to do first is activate challenge mode, which makes it so the camera can't move back once you've gone to the right. To activate it, on a save file with the final boss defeated, pause the game on the map and press LRLRXXYY. And then you should see a pop-up telling you it's activated. Now head on over to World 2-5 and navigate through the level to the secret area that you can access from going under the quicksand here. At the end of this area, there's a 4-block tall block hopper. So what you'll need to do is carefully get the camera to the right until there's a small pocket on the left of this block on the ceiling. Make sure you don't get hurt either, because you'll need to not be Small Mario for this to work. Get on the block hopper and jump to make him jump, and aim to get inside that small space. If you did it right, Mario will be stuck in the ground and he'll be sliding to the right. Just jump out once you're on the other side and you're done. Now that the hard part's over, it's time for the difficulty rating. Unless you're using save states, which even then it's pretty hard, this glitch is absurdly difficult. So I have to hit it with a Caliente rating. It's time to go beyond and aim for the top. Well, aim for the top of the ceiling in this case. At the end of this Bowser Jr. fight, you can find yourself above the ceiling. I guess Mario's been hanging out in the ventilation shafts again. It's nothing super out of the ordinary, and when the level fades out, the circle closes in on Mario who's not even on screen. To do this little trick, go to any tower where Bowser Jr. does the jumping attack, like World 2 Tower. When he goes to make the leap, hop on top, and if you timed it just right, you'll be able to land above the ceiling. Not much you can do up here though, but who cares when you're on top of the world? This glitch's difficulty rating, it gets a mild. It's a P-switch, and it's floating in midair. Somebody better call Chris Angel real quick. It's no mind freak, but certainly a weird one. Yes, this P-switch is suspended in midair. If you know anything about New Super Mario Bros. Glitches, you'll know that this is not the last time. And with standing floating switch fair, if you try to hit it from below, nothing happens. Well, maybe a broken neck, I don't know. Of course, if you step on the switch, you'll get all the brick blocks turning into coins and maybe a little bit of disappointment. And before you say, oh, Arm, it's not a glitch, also you're kinda cool, I guess. To answer the second one, thank you. And to answer the first one, if you go to World 5-C, you can find a P-switch that doesn't float, so ha! Take that, internet commenter. Well, if we want to solve the mystery of the floating piece switch, we'll need to head over to World 4-A and navigate through the level until you find the secret area through the pipe. Clear out the inside of this little Koopa cave and make sure there are no survivors. Then just go inside and hit the block under the piece switch. Yeah, that's it. It's that easy. Cool. If you thought a floating piece switch was cool, what's wrong with you? That glitch was boring. But if you did find it interesting, how about replace that piece switch with Mario instead? Now this one's quite the crazy glitch, as not only will you never fall into the poison swamp again, but you don't even need floors just to go through the level. And when I say go through the level, I mean go through the level. After you reach a certain point in the level, Mario's just flung off somewhere, never to be seen again. Just kidding, he's actually above the ceiling and he can move like normal. But since there's walls to the left and the right, I maybe wasn't kidding about the whole Mario never being seen again. You can actually finish the level and you can hit this red switch and go to the secret area. When you return to the pipe, the glitch is deactivated and you can finish the level. I wish I knew that while recording though. Well, if you two want to start walking on air, first you need to walk on over to World 4-6. Ride on our friend Dory all the way until you reach the exact island with the piranha plant right in front of you. Stand at this exact spot right up against the wall, and wait there till the timer reaches 140. Once the timer's past it, you're home free. Just head over to anywhere right at the spot and you'll find that the floor is a floor and not lava, or poison in this case. Well, it's time to tell the difficulty rating that I won't yell. It's, cool. Mario isn't the only Skywalker here. The boss Goomba isn't exactly a Jedi, but it's definitely joined the ranks of Weird Floating Thing Hall of Fame. Now obviously, since Goombas aren't meant to float, even despite size, this one falls to the ground immediately once it begins its attack. Goodbye, psychic giant Goomba. We loved you. If you want to meet our freakishly large floating friend, you'll obviously need to go to World 4 Castle where it resides. Make sure you grab a Mega Mushroom too, it's super important. Stand on about this spot and drop a Mega Mushroom straight on your skull to get real big. Now just run over to start the boss fight, and if it went right, the Goomba will enter the screen hovering over there. Now I know it was insanely difficult to pull this one off, but I think I'll give it a cool rating. Actually, speaking of the boss Goomba, you can actually make the boss music completely stop. It's a little eerie. No, not that kind of eerie. This boss fight has no music in the slightest, which would be a little unsettling if the Goomba wasn't the boss. All you can hear is the lava, the Goomba, and whatever weird sounds Mario makes. To do this, just use a Mega Mushroom after the fight starts, and wham, no music at all. So you know we can stop a boss's music, but did you know that we can actually make a boss's music continue even after the boss is dead? The very final boss in this game has some pretty nice music, so why not let it keep going post-mortem? Normally when you defeat Bowser and Bowser Jr., the music stops and all that, but with this glitch active, even after they're both down, the music's still up. It's definitely better than no music, but strangely enough it's done the exact same way. Use a Mega Mushroom and defeat both Bowser and Bowser Jr. before the power-up runs out, and when the Mega Mushroom music ends, the boss music will continue. Not much of this one either, so this glitch gets a cool difficulty rating. If it wasn't already easy enough to kill Mini Mario, now you can press a button to die instantly. It's not very useful. The game really doesn't seem to like Mini Mario, poor little guy. Just so much as walking on the wrong side of the block and get him killed. But if you're feeling like torturing the little guy, all you need to do is first go to the World 4 Tower and make sure you bring a Mini Mushroom. Make your way through the level, past the checkpoint to this gray blocks on the left side. Get on the block to the left of the star coin and have Mini Mario hug the invisible wall to the left. When the block moves left, it'll take Mini Mario with it, making you lose a life then and there. It might be a little hot on account of lava, but this glitch's difficulty rating is actually cool. That wasn't the only wall Mario can go through. This glitch sees Mario sliding right through a block of ice. Strange, I thought glaciers were the ones that were supposed to move. Anyhow, if you're paying attention to this video, this glitch might seem a little familiar. Once Mario's inside that wall, he'll just be sliding on to the right, which if you're smart, you can take you to the secret exit without needing the blue shell, or if you're dumb like me, completely miss it and get stuck above the ceiling. Yeah, Gabe, don't rub it in. To do this glitch, head over to World 5-B and make sure the challenge mode is activated. Get to this point in the level, and what you'll want to do is move the screen until there's this little space in between the blocks here. Immediately move to the left, jump into that space, and you'll be on your way of sliding through ice as smooth as the Titanic. Now while this glitch was simple, it wasn't the easiest. Getting to that tiny space is rather difficult, so this glitch gets a rating of spicy. Alright, picture this. You're minding your own business when suddenly a plumber jumps on your head, snaps your neck, and now your skull's just sitting there, much too far away to pick up. This is sad. Alexa, play If you're looking for a jaw-dropping glitch, look no further. With this glitch, the dry bone's head for some reason just goes right through the floor to the left. I guess? I know personally my head just flops off and falls through the floor. You know, I honestly expected to go back upwards, but maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. Not exactly sure how such a thing happens, but you know what? Why don't I just show you how to do it? You want to go to World 1 Tower, and progress through the level until you reach this area with the first star coin. When this dry bone sits close to the left side, jump on him to make his head fall into the platform on the left. When the gray block moves downward, the skull will suddenly drop to the floor. Once it returns to dry bones, it'll be like nothing ever happened, so there really isn't much past that. Well, if we gotta give it a difficulty rating, this one gets a cool. First we froze our friend Lackathunder, but finally we get to freeze much further than our Lakitu. Forget a boss, this whole ghost house is completely stuck in place. Everything is frozen, from the boost to even the fog. Throw a fireball? Not in this house. That fireball ain't going anywhere. And if you break a block, it sort of just breaks apart, but those pieces won't be moving anytime soon. Hidden coin blocks too, they pop up a coin and that's it. Also, any blocks that you break are still solid afterwards, so that's not really helpful. You can't pick up any star coins either, man. This glitch is such a bummer. No, and the worst part is you can still be hurt by enemies, but when you do, it deactivates the glitch. But hey, it's not all bad. At least you can see this balloon boo completely stuck in place. Ha, not so tough now, are you, Tubby? Oh geez, I didn't mean it, don't hurt me. Now while this glitch looks fun, when it comes to performing it, it's definitely not. If you go to World 4 Ghost House, you'll find these yellow things that swing you over to the next little section of the level. What you want to do is run out one and jump so that you land on the very edge, but still making sure you briefly landed on it. If you did it right, everything in the level will be completely still. Now that all that's out of the way, roulette, it's time for a difficulty rating. So those jumps from before, yeah, they're super precise, and they're not easy to land on the right pixel either. But once you get it down, it's not too hard, so I give this final glitch a spicy rating. If you liked the video, be sure to like the video. Also, if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. Also, on the other side of the screen, there's 1 or 2 things that you should click on just for you. But other than that, I'll see you back here next week, so don't forget to stay golden.